All right. Hi, everybody. I think I'm live. So, welcome to this YouTube live stream. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Zdenek, and I'm an English teacher. I am originally from the Czech Republic, and I'm also living here right now. I don't know why I said originally. I suppose it's because I have also spent a certain period of my life in the UK. I have worked there a few times. And today I would like to talk about football. But first of all, can you guys tell me if you can hear me well? Is the sound all right? Is everything cool? Let me know in the comments, in the super chat. For those of you who are watching this live, you can obviously talk to me via the super chat. So you can ask me questions, or perhaps I am going to ask you questions. Once this live stream finishes, obviously this video gets published as usual here on YouTube as a regular video. And then, of course, whenever you watch this, you can also leave comments down below the video. Okay, I'm glad that everything is working fine, because the last thing we want is technology to get in the way, right? Yes. So I think first of all, I owe you an explanation. At this time, and on this day, normally I record a live lesson with a student, with a real student. It's me and my student talking to each other, and I am correcting my student's mistakes, and we talk about the language. And I think it's something we always do here. It's always somebody else as well. If you want to watch the previous lessons, you can find them on my YouTube channel. But today I thought I would do something different. And that's because lately I have decided to get into teaching English with football, which is pretty much a niche. It's a niche. So it's okay, most English teachers, they teach general English, or let's say exam English, English for exams like FCE, CAE, and so on. So this is more like a niche. It's a very specific area of expertise, but I think I can do it. I think it's exciting. It's new for me, because I've never really done it. I've always talked about football in my classes, though, and I will tell you about my own experience with football, and we can talk about your experience and what teams you guys support, what football players you enjoy watching, and so on. So I want this to be interactive. I know there are not that many people watching this now, but obviously you can leave the comments later on as well, and hopefully maybe some more people will join as we do this, as I because I'm alone today, as I do this video. So yeah, by the way, the reason I called it English lesson with football is because it's kind of a joke, okay? Because in the thumbnail, normally I have got me, my face, and my student's face. And I thought I would make a joke. So instead of my student's face, today there is a football, okay? So that's the thumbnail. If you don't find it funny, don't worry. I didn't mean it to be that funny. I just wanted to pretty much continue in the same manner as I made those previous thumbnails. So it's just a thing, all right. Anyway, I'm gonna first ask you all watching where you guys are from. Somebody is taking the mickey out of me here, because I think we've got some people that are watching know what's going on with Arsenal. Obviously, I'm wearing an Arsenal shirt here today, and I think some people are taking the mickey out of me, which means they are making fun of me because of Arsenal. I think we will get to that in due course. when the right time comes, we will definitely discuss this. But first of all, I would like to know where you guys are from, so that I have an idea. As I said, personally, I'm from the Czech Republic. Some people call it Czechia, which is pretty much in the middle of Europe. It's east of Germany and south of Poland, north of Austria, and west of Slovakia. If you're interested, all these countries are our neighbors. Okay, so people are not telling me where they are from. I do know some of these people, so I could just tell you. But please, guys, leave us a comment where you come from so that I can say it officially. All right, so we've got a viewer from Russia, Ziavor. Tell me if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, Ziavor, and if I'm not, I'm sorry. Okay, I can practice for next time as well. So Ziavor from Russia, and is there anybody else watching? I know that you guys are watching because I can see the number. I can see the number on my screen, so I know there are more people watching this. I suppose they are just too shy and don't want to reveal their true identity. Maybe they're spies or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, if you do change your mind, please let us know in the comments where you guys are from. All right, because I'm gonna be asking you a few questions during this stream, because as I said, I would like to keep this interactive. All right. Now, so I'd like to talk to you about this new project of mine called Learn English with Football. So as most English teachers, I've been teaching mostly general English, yeah. So English to help my students achieve a higher level, yeah, to progress on this level scale. So you've got elementary, pre-intermediate, intermediate, upper intermediate, advanced, and proficiency, right? So that has been my job. I'm a TEFL teacher or an ESL teacher. I have worked here in the Czech Republic and also in the UK. I've got my own podcast for English learners called Zdenek's English Podcast. I've also created a Discord server called Learn English Online, where it's a fantastic place where you can practice English in your free time. It's all for free. So I'm trying to help learners all around the world. I do teach English privately as well. My students take private lessons with me. But I do have 2 students with whom I only talk about football. And this is probably one of the main reasons why I realized that, hang on a minute, Zdenek, you should really explore this idea of teaching football as a niche teaching, right? Because those are one of the best lessons, to be honest. I'm going to tell you more about them later on, but this is just a bit of background about me and why I want to talk about this today. So, all right, we've got Vlad from Ukraine, and Nina is watching us from Poland. Although it seems like Nina has an issue. She says that she can't see me, but apparently now she can see me. I could actually put the comments on the screen like this, right? So Nina first said that she couldn't see us, and then 1 minute later she solved it. That was quick, Nina. Good job. Just to remind ourselves, Ziavor is from Russia and Vlad from Ukraine. All right, guys, welcome. I hope you like this stream. I hope you enjoy getting involved in making this video, because it's all happening in an improvised way. I do have some notes, but I'm definitely not reading from the script, and I will be responding to what you guys are saying as well. I will hopefully be putting these comments on the screen as well. As you can see, I'm a bit out of practice. Yeah, it took me some time to realize that I could actually do that, but I think I managed to fix it. All right, so Yes, so English with football. I hope there is a market for it because I know a lot of people are interested in football. And as a matter of fact, I've heard about a few teachers who teach English to footballers. So this is my idea. I want to teach English to football players, right? Football scouts, football managers, um, football agents, or frankly, anybody who's interested in football. So, for example, one of my students is a football journalist. He works for one Czech television that broadcasts football matches here in the Czech Republic. My other student is a teenager, is a young teenager, but there is a common denominator. We always talk about football, and it's exciting because personally, I love it. I love football, and it's just a passion that we share, and that makes the lessons more interesting, and that helps us bond as well. So to bond means to kind of make a connection, right? So. I don't know. Maybe your experience with English teachers is that your English teachers have always been a bit distant, right? Like that. You know, they didn't really care about you so much. You were just one of their students. You know, they just had to do their job. But for me as a teacher, it matters to me really a lot. Like I can't imagine doing this job without trying to make some kind of connection with my student. As in, I will find it much more enjoyable to teach the class, and I'll just have fun doing it, you know. And the last thing I want is to be bored in my job, or to be frustrated or something like that. So I find that talking about football is just a bonding experience because it's a universal thing, isn't it? We all love it, no matter where you're from, no matter which part of the world you are. If you have passion for football like I do, then we'll always find things to talk about the football matches that have just been played, about football players that you enjoy watching, about your own matches that you have played, or anything really related to football. You know, there's so much to explore. And as an English teacher, obviously, I'm looking for ways I could help my students as well. So obviously, let's imagine you are a football player and you have just played football all your life in your own country, but at some point you realize that you might, because obviously you're doing really well as a footballer, you are developing, you are improving as a footballer, and soon you get offers from different clubs outside your own country. You get offers from abroad, as we say, and that's the point when you might start thinking of learning the target language of the country you might potentially play in, you know, your new club. And even if you don't play in an English-speaking country, to be honest, English is still the first language, the global language, the first global language in the world, right? If you open your internet, it's all in English, you know. So it's probably a really good idea to work on your English and to improve it, because it will make your life much easier in your new club, right? Because you will be quickly able to communicate with your manager, with the staff, I don't know, with the physios, with the doctors, with your teammates, right? This is super important because you really want to hit the ground running in your new club. You do want to make a good leave a good impression, and you just want to get on with your new teammates, right? Because it's super important to have a healthy relationship and good dynamic in the club, because it will affect your own confidence, your own mood. It will affect how you feel in that club. Yeah. So I think it's massively important to work on your own English, on your communication skills. And you might know a lot of English words already. You might already know a lot of football words. You might know what a corner is. You might know what an offside is. You might know what 1-0 means. But that's not all. That's not everything, right? You need to be able to express yourself, stringing sentences together. Asking questions, giving giving some kind of not like telling your teammates what to do. You want to give them some kind of directions, let's say. Or you might need to ask your manager about something, and if your English is poor, then you're going to struggle, and you might not always have a translator at hand, or it's just you don't want to feel like a fish out of water. You don't want to feel out of place. You want to feel welcome. You want to feel accepted. Yeah. So that's why, as a general rule, obviously, if you move abroad and make an effort to learn the language of the place where you are going to work, it's going to impact your future incredibly or massively. And why not? Even if you're not going to work abroad, if you're not going to play abroad, why not start working on your English beforehand? Yeah. So I'm just giving you an example. It's like a sales pitch, isn't it? I'm giving you an example how I can help you as your English teacher. I'm gonna check a few comments here to see what people are talking about. I think we have got Rod here as well. Rod, he is an English teacher like me. He's a colleague. Rod is from Brazil, by the way, which obviously is a massive football country. The best football players come from Brazil, historically, obviously, Ronaldo. I remember Bebeto, Ronaldinho, Hulk as well, right? Hulk was Brazilian. And there is more, of course. David Luiz, who used to play for Arsenal, is Brazilian, and now I guess the best Brazilian player at the moment is Neymar, I suppose. And yeah, so Nina is asking, is there any topic today? Yes, Nina. I think to most people it's obvious by now that I am talking about football and how I teach English through football. That's the idea. I just want to introduce this project to everyone here watching, and I want people to get involved as well. And Emad is, I think, again, taking the mickey out of me. He's pulling my leg, which is another idiom you can use to make fun of someone. Yeah. So there are several ways you can say to make fun of someone. You can pull someone's leg. Yeah. You can take the mickey out of someone. You can wind someone up. And I'm sure there's more. I just can't remember what it is right now. But yeah, you are right. You're right, Emad. I have to change my team. The problem is that this is frowned upon. If you change your team, frown, it's like if you do this. This is what frowning is. And people frown upon the idea of changing your team. What does it mean? It means that it's not respected if you do that. It's not acceptable to change your team because you should be loyal to your team. Whatever your team it is, whatever team you support, you should stay loyal. You should always support your team through thick and thin, which means through good times as well as bad times. And unfortunately, when it comes to Arsenal, all I can say is that you are right. They are shit at the moment. And it makes me feel really down every single time I have to watch an Arsenal game. It's just such a painful experience. You have no idea. I will be honest with you. Lately, I've started watching a lot of West Ham matches as well. West Ham is like my second team. Again, I shouldn't be really saying this, but it's like I'm a little bit cheating on Arsenal with West Ham. And the main reason is because we've got 3 Czech players playing for West Ham. So it's difficult for me because I've got like a national loyalty, right? There's a bit of like patriotism in me because I'm happy that these three Czech players are playing for West Ham, and they actually Vladimír Coufal and Tomáš Souček, they did so well the last season. So it feels like Arsenal is my wife, to whom I have been married for so long. Like my wife, I've been married to her for maybe 15 years. Has it been 15 years? Yeah, something along those lines. I've been supporting Arsenal for about 15 years. Can you imagine such a long time? But Arsenal has got a bit boring, just like a wife can get boring, or a husband. I don't want to be sexist here. Obviously, it could be the other way around, right? A wife could get bored with a husband. And then, sometimes it happens that you find yourself a lover, a mistress, right? Someone that you seek, that you meet in secret, but you don't ever tell anybody about it, and you want to keep it under wraps. You don't want to let anybody know about this. And that's what happened. That's what's happening to me with West Ham a little bit. Yes, West Ham is like my mistress, right? Because recently I've been watching West Ham matches. But Arsenal is still my number one team. And whenever I'm live here on YouTube, or whenever I talk to anybody online, I will always wear an Arsenal shirt, and I will always say I'm an Arsenal fan, because I am. It's true. I'm married to Arsenal. But please, wife, can you please change yourself a little bit? Can you do something about the way you play? Because it's... don't get me started. I can't stand it anymore. I can't stand the players we have. I can't stand the football style we play. There is a project we invested in young players, but it's not working very well right now. Anyway, you are right in pulling my leg, Ahmad. Where are you from, by the way? Let me know in the comments, Ahmad, where you're from. But you're totally right about Arsenal. Yeah. There's nothing I can say. I would like to argue with you here, yeah, just to prove you wrong. But I can't, because I don't have a leg to stand on. There's nothing. I can't say anything. We are, after 4 matches in the Premier League this season, this brand new season, we are at the bottom of the league. Finally, we managed to win a match against Norwich. Yeah, we won 1-0. Well done, Arsenal. We are not at the bottom of the league anymore. Because we were in the relegation zone. So a relegation zone is, when you look at the football table of the Premier League, the relegation zone is the teams that are at the bottom of the league, and it's if you stay in the relegation zone by the end of the season, then you're gonna get relegated, which means you will be demoted to a lower division. So obviously, hopefully this is not gonna happen with Arsenal, but what can I say? It's madness what's happening in Arsenal. I think Vlad really does understand football here. Change Edu and Arteta. Yes, you are right. Yes, so Arteta is the manager and Edu is the football executive, or some kind of guy that is in charge of the scouting, I think, right? He's in charge of the scouting. He brings the players in. Yeah, exactly. So return Saliba. Saliba is a player that didn't get a chance to play, basically. He is a talent, as a young talent, but I don't think there is a good relationship between him and Arteta, who is the manager again. We have a Spanish manager from Spain, an ex-Arsenal player, a young manager again. He's my age, actually, guys. I would like to think I'm still young, right? So for a football manager, he is very young, yeah. Except Thomas Tuchel from Germany, who is also, I believe, also quite young. But most football managers are over 40 or 50, I would say. But Arteta is very young. Anyway, yes. And Emad is from Egypt. It's nice to have you here, Emad. Thank you for all your comments. And I know you are just joking. I know you're just pulling my leg. That's what football is about sometimes as well. especially in the when you are talking to football fans. Obviously, it's like a tribal thing, right? It's like your tribe. You're the fans of the same team you support. You're like a tribe, and it's very competitive, and there's a lot of banter involved. Do you know what banter is? Banter. Um, it's like, well, you're telling jokes each other, you're making fun of each other, and you are teasing each other. To tease someone, you say something to deliberately upset your friend, or to deliberately upset the football player of the other team. That's just part of the culture, of this fan culture. So it definitely belongs to football as well. And sometimes it can be upsetting especially if you support Arsenal, because you are angry after the match. You're absolutely gutted, you're devastated, you're disappointed after the match, and the last thing you want to see is some football fans of other team laughing into your face. And that's exactly what's happening in football matches. But you just hope that one day it will all turn around, and because, as we know, karma exists, and so those who laughed at you, hopefully they will not laugh anymore. But I'm not sure with Arsenal, because I don't think karma works when it comes to Arsenal. I doubt it. All right. So I want to teach English with football now, and well, the last project I was kind of involved in was teaching English through board games. Behind me, you can see a lot of games. I'm also interested in board games, in playing like tabletop games, and I've created an online course, and it was all cool, and we had some students who got involved. But I'd say it's a bit harder for me to get to find students, to find private students. And the reason is because usually people don't need it. You want to teach somebody who really needs your help. Yeah, I need to find students who really need my help, because if you need help, you're going to hire someone like me. You're going to hire an English teacher. And with board games, people mostly understand it as a fun activity, even though I truly believe I can help my students with board games. It's not so easy for me to find students. Anyway, so I want to try something else. And as I have told you before, I'm really into football. So football it is, and it's also a good idea to change things around if it's not working out. Like if Arsenal play so badly for so long, they should probably change their manager. That's it. I guess I'm Arteta out now. Because the definition of insanity, as we know, is if you keep doing the same thing all over again and expecting the same results, you are insane. Yeah, you just need to change things around. So that's like an analogy to what I am trying to do here with English through football. And I think I'm qualified to do this, not only because I do have a master's degree in English teaching, but also I am a well-experienced English teacher, and I have been playing football all my life, and I've been watching football all my life, and I wrote a master's thesis about football. That's right. At the university, my field was teaching English, but I chose the field of linguistics, and the master's thesis title was what was it? It was such a long title, something like syntax. It was about syntax. I was basically studying. I think I remember. It was the language of English football commentators, and I was looking at the syntax and also semantics of expressions that football commentators use when they are commentating on football matches, right? So, like, I don't know, some cliches, things like it was a game of two halves, and and in the back of the net, like the phrase in the back of it's in the back of the net, and stuff like that. So I wrote a master's thesis about this. I don't know, like 100 pages, and with there were some appendices as well. I was transcribing the commentary. That was a lot of fun. So I was watching the match, and then I had to write it all down, what exactly the commentators are saying. So I think this is a good proof that I should know what I'm doing. And so I mean, it's a logical step for me to try and get involved in this area of teaching. All right, I think it's now time to ask you another question. So because I would like to talk about my own relationship with football. I would like to tell you why I love football soon. But first of all, I want to know, because I know there might be some people who are not really into football here, because I know there might be some like they might know me from somewhere else, because I'm involved in other things as well. Like I have got this podcast and a Discord server. But I want to know, so do you guys follow football? Are you guys interested in football? Do you like football? Please, can you tell me in the comments? I can tell you that Vlad, I can tell you without having to see what Vlad will write, that Vlad is into football, because all his questions are very specific to the point. He's asking me, have you ever watched AFTV? Yeah, so AFTV, Arsenal Fan TV. Of course I have, Vlad. Of course I have. It's one of the YouTube channels I follow, and we can talk about that later. It's always a lot of fun, and I always learn a lot from AFTV, although they can't sometimes speak English there. The English they use there, it's oh god, like I would have to fail the people on AFTV if I had to do an exam, if I had to organize an exam for them, even though they are native English speakers, they can't speak English. Whew. Anyway, it's interesting kind of English, though. There's a lot of slang, and they break the grammatical rules and things like that. So of course I know AFTV. But again, back to my original question: do you guys enjoy watching football, or do you play football, or what's your relationship with football? It seems like Helen is not really into football. Helen is a listener to my podcast. She is also involved in the Discord group that I have, Learn English Online Discord group. By the way, if you want to join this group and practice your English on a daily basis, there is a link there should be a link in the description of this video. Yeah, if it's not there, I'll add it. So then we have got Luis, who also comes from this Discord group, and he says he's not a big fan of football. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So fair enough is a quite a useful expression, by the way. So if you sort of like accept something, you're not necessarily super happy about it, or you're not necessarily like excited about the answer, but you sort of accept it, you respect the answer, you can say fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, it's also about the intonation. You have to say like fair enough. And that means you acknowledge what the person says, and but that does not mean that you necessarily agree with it, or that you follow the sentiment or something. And Nina is a huge Manchester. Oh God, I'm not sure what you are saying there. I think you want to say fan. Aha, you misspelled the word fan. Yeah, so fan and fun. So fun is we are having fun. Yeah, it's like if you are enjoying yourself, if you are enjoying this video, this live stream, then you are having fun, and it's pronounced fun, like there's an sound, right? Fan is, first of all, the thing is in your computer that's cooling your computer down, the rotating thing. It's a fan. Yeah, and also a football fan. Yeah, a football fan, the same word. So be careful there, Nina. And so Nina is a huge football fan. She supports United. who doesn't support United these days, right? Because of Cristiano Ronaldo, who made an incredible comeback. Who signed for United at the age of 36, came from Juventus, and obviously it was the first. I think it was the first real team, professional team that Ronaldo played for. I think he was there when he was about 18. Was he there for several years? I think maybe until the age of, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Was it something like until the age of 22, 23, something like that? And then obviously he went to Real Madrid, where he spent most of his career. He played for Real Madrid in Spain, right? And then he played for 3 years, I think, something like 3 years. Again, I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, it could be give or take 3 years, which means it could be 4 years in Juventus Turin in Italy. And now he is back in Manchester United. So incredible moment, obviously. And the fans are excited. I'm sure Nina is excited as well. Okay, now we've got Vlad, who supports Sporting Lisbon. Oh, no. He is talking about Ronaldo, obviously. Sporting Lisbon, because Ronaldo comes from Portugal, and Lisbon is the capital of... is it the capital? No, hang on a minute. Is Porto... tell me, guys, is Lisbon or Porto the capital of... I think Lisbon is the capital of Portugal, right? Anyway, Sporting Lisbon is one of the most important teams in Portugal. So Vlad is telling us that his first team was Sporting Lisbon. That does make sense. So before coming to Manchester United, I think he spent his young or youth age at Sporting Lisbon. Yeah, that would make sense. Also, Boran, I think, is confirming this theory. Listen, guys, I may know a lot about football, but I'm not. I don't know all this history. You would, because the thing is that you don't need to know this these days. You just Google it, right? So I could just Google it here. Just look at Cristiano Ronaldo and just find him on Wikipedia, and it will tell me which teams he played for. So since we've been talking about this, I should probably put this. I should probably put this right here, right? Yes, you are right. Sporting was his first team. Sporting Lisbon. You're absolutely right. And then he went to Manchester United, then Real Madrid, Juventus, and back to Manchester United. Yeah. So I think we are talking about his senior career. So he was in Sporting in 2000 and from 2002 to 2003. In 2003, he signed for Manchester United, where he spent 6 years. So it wasn't 3 or 4; it was 6 years. Okay, and then 9 years in Real Madrid and 3 years in Juventus, and then back to Manchester United. So he has already played 2 matches for United, and he scored 3 goals. So which is obviously incredible. Yeah, Lisboa. So I think Nina is telling us what the pronunciation of the capital in Portugal. Let me check. Capital of Portugal. I think it's Lisboa. Yeah, Lisbon. Yeah, Lisbon. I think it should be. Turns out it's Lisbon. Yeah. So if you are not sure about this, we have to check. Sporting Lisbon is obviously. Also, there's Benfica, right? Benfica Lisbon is the second. It's another popular team in Lisbon. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So also Nina says that she enjoys watching football from time to time, and she cheers for the Polish national team. Just be careful. Polish is spelled with capital P, and I understand, Nina, because I'm the same. I'm the same. I'm an Arsenal fan, and I love everything to do with British culture. I've studied it. I've lived in Britain several times, but I'm also faithful to my national team. So the Czech Republic team. Yeah, so I understand that. I think most of us are like that, you know, and we cheer for. This is another way to say support. We cheer for our team. Then Ziavor says that he played football for around 22 years, but stopped and sometimes watches football on TV. Okay, that sounds like something I'm going to do soon because I'm about to retire from football. I'm still playing football, guys, but I'm not as good as I used to be because obviously you can't stop the aging process. Yeah, I'm getting on a bit when it comes to football age. I don't play at top flight level. Top flight is an adjective. I'm going to write it in the comments. Top flight, an adjective used for like the highest, the highest level football. So obviously it's like a low division. It's not even professional football, but I still play, and I like it. But I'm not as fast as I used to be, and I suffer from some chronic problems. So right now I'm injured. Unfortunately, I have pulled my hamstring. So I'm trying to get back in shape. I'm trying to bounce back. So I've already been been for a run a few times, but I've already gone for a run a few times, but I'm still not feeling 100%. So I can see people here are interested in football more or less, and if not, I will forgive you. Thank you for watching this video. Even if you are not, actually, you might be even more special than those that love football, because I don't have to convince those, right? Because we're just discussing football here. But those of you who are watching this, despite liking football, well, you are extra special, and you're gluttons for punishment as well. Okay. Anyway, so I've played football all my life, pretty much. This was like if you ask me what subject I liked at school the most, I can't even tell you it was physical education. It was football. Like whenever I had physical education, I was always hoping our teacher would play football with us, which fortunately happened because most of my classmates, most of my classmates were also interested in football. So we always managed to convince our physical education teacher to play football. But I did have one PE teacher who would do gymnastics with us, and that was a nightmare. We're always hoping that we would at least play for like 15 minutes at the end of the class or something. So those are my first football experiences, I guess, at school. And then I started playing for a team, and I was a captain. That was like an under 18 team, let's say. It's like an under 18s league. Yeah, and I was a captain for my team. I played a central defender, and then I kind of found it hard to adopt. The transition to play for an adult team is always hard. So I was struggling a little bit. I have to be honest, but I changed my team, and then I played for another team. And in the end, I spent about 13 years playing for the same team, and I'm still in that team, and I don't want to go anywhere else. Although I did have some offers. A few friends of mine tried to convince me to start playing for their team, but I guess I was too comfortable in this club, even though like there's problems. But tell me a team where there are no problems. It doesn't exist. So I'm just being a realist here. So I am not a captain of this team, and I do play like where I'm still in the starting 11 unless I'm injured, which is happening now. But most of the time I would be in the starting 11. But it's just not what it used to be. It just doesn't feel the same anymore. the worst thing is that I feel like I can't affect the game as much as I could in the past, because I was always this kind of guy who would run into spaces, and also my passing ability was, I had good vision when it came to like pass the ball to my teammates. Yeah, so I like to do what's called through balls, find my teammates in space. But I feel like it's not as good as it used to be, and I used to score goals, but now it's just I am experiencing what's called a goal drought. I'm experiencing a goal drought. Yeah, so it's not happening for me anymore. I just play because it's like my brain says, Zdenek, you should stop playing, but my heart says, no, you can't. You have to keep playing, because there is nothing after football. It's just death. It's just emptiness. It's void. There's nothing after football, and it's just I have this dilemma in my brain, because I should stop, because I keep getting injured, and I'm not as influential a player as I used to be, and it's just I suppose my job should be to pass some experience onto my teammates, onto my younger teammates. But the thing is, like in our team, I'm not even the youngest guy. So anyway, so this is my own sort of background, or my story when it comes to football, and you know what team I support. I support Arsenal, and you guys tell me what team you support now. I would like to know. I would like to know that. So can you write it in the comments? Obviously, I expect you to support your national team, as we heard from Nina already. But do you? What about club football? Do you have your team? Like my team is Arsenal, and my second team, my other team is now West Ham, I guess. So what about you guys? Can you tell me in the comments? Vlad is surprised that I'm not in the UK anymore. No, I'm not, because when the pandemic happened, when it all broke out, I decided to go back to the Czech Republic, Vlad. So I've been in the Czech Republic for 1.5 years now, but I'm thinking of going back whenever I can. Unfortunately, Brexit seems to be an issue now as well, so I find it quite hard to go back, but I think I will at some point. I'm just getting ready for it. So if anybody is watching this, can you tell me in the comments what team you support? Unless you are ashamed of your team, like I am. I'm definitely ashamed of supporting Arsenal right now, and it's a terrible thing to say, but it's true, because we are one of the best teams in the world, one of the most traditional teams with massive history, but it's just not happening for us. It hasn't been happening for as long as I can remember. We have won a few FA Cups, and that's it. Yeah, the Charity Shield, I guess we won as well, but that's not a real trophy. Yeah, we want to win the league, we want to win the Champions League and all that, but it's just not happening for us right now. Anyway, it's possible that some people stopped watching us. Oh, Vlad is still here. Vlad is my hardcore podcast listener. Okay, Vlad, it's nice to have you here. Thank you for listening to my podcast, and thank you for watching this YouTube live as well. I left. I explained this in one of my past episodes, so if you want, you can listen to that. Just remember when the pandemic started. It was in spring 2020, right? In spring 2020. So just look for episodes that I published around that time. Yeah, Vlad supports Dynamo Kiev, right? Because obviously this is the best team in Ukraine, absolutely, Dynamo Kiev. So yeah, so obviously your best player, Andrei Shevchenko, right? Like he's a legend. He's a legend. He was now, Vlad, wasn't he now the manager of the national team? But then after after the Euro, he decided to leave. Why did he leave the the position? I was quite surprised about that, because I think like he could stay there forever. He was so respected. He is still so respected in Ukraine that it was just, I guess he wants to do something else now, right? I'm sure it's not his last time to be the manager, because I think he has so much respect in Ukraine that I can't imagine that this is the last time he is the manager of your national team. And Xavier supports Arsenal, but wait, what? Not Arsenal. I support Arsenal London, not Arsenal Tula. I don't know what that means, Xavier. You have to explain that to me. I don't know what that means. I guess it's not sure. Not sure. Is that some kind of a joke? Please explain that to me. Okay. So Vlad is explaining to us what's been happening with Andrei Shevchenko, and apparently there was a conflict with the National Football Federation. I didn't know that, Vlad. Thank you for updating me on that. Well, you learn something new every day. So that's that, and yeah. So what about your favorite? I see Vlad is explaining to us that Tula is a town in Russia. Tula is a town in Russia. So Vlad was saying that he supports Arsenal London. So when you were making fun of me, you were basically making fun of yourself too, because you are also an Arsenal football fan. All right, cool. Glad to know that I'm not alone in this. We can share our sadness, Xavier. Okay. We can drown our sorrow, and we don't have to be alone for this, I suppose. Okay, I didn't know there was an Arsenal Tula team in Russia. I had no idea. Is that in the Russian Super League? In the first Russian league? Yeah, let me know in the comments. All right. So I think this live stream has been going on for a long time, so I think I will probably wrap it up soon. But before I do, well, let me remind you that now I'm going to teach English with football, and hopefully it became obvious. It's apparent from this video that I am really into football. I might not know everything about football, but I have played it all my life. I'm a football supporter. I'm a football fan, and I'm also an English teacher. And so I want to merge and link my passion with my expertise, which happens to be an English teacher, an experienced English teacher. So yeah, that's what's happening. And I have created a new LinkedIn profile for this purpose. So I would like to invite you to add me on LinkedIn and to follow me there, because I will be posting videos there, videos of explaining football vocabulary and occasionally pronunciation, grammar, things like that, anything to do with football. I think every day I want to make a post, either a video or just a text, and I want to make it interactive. So I want people to comment and talk to me there. So if you want, you can add me on LinkedIn, and also I will also be on Instagram. So I created a new Instagram profile. I've got 2 now. And again, you can find the links in the description down below this live stream. It will all be there. So, and the last thing is, I will, from now on, I will be offering private one-to-one classes. As I said, I already have 2 students, and with these 2 students, all we do is talk about football. And it's not just talking, like chatting away. We are not just like having a conversation. I'm teaching these guys. So whenever they make a mistake, I correct them. I make notes. Sometimes I correct them at the end of the lesson. And so I provide practice for the students. That's the most important thing. Practice. Yeah. A lot of people, they just don't want to talk. They listen a lot, they read a lot, but they don't want to talk because they are shy, or they just don't feel like it, or they don't have people to talk to. So if you want, you can talk to me. Obviously, you will have to pay for it, but you know, it's for you, right? You will be improving your English, so it's an investment, right? If you pay for a course, I don't know, for a marketing course online, and it improves your chances of, let's say, making your business grow, right? It gives you a better chances of succeeding with your business, then you would pay for that course. So it's the same with English classes. If it helps you pass an exam, or if it helps you get to a level that you finally become comfortable and confident as an English speaker, well, that's the right investment to make, in my opinion. And that's exactly what I will be doing with these classes. I don't want to sell my students lie or anything. You know, they know what they're gonna be getting, and I will also address your needs. So if you have got something you need to work on, I will obviously look into that as well. But I want to take on students with whom I will be talking about football, because, as I said, I find this absolutely exciting. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. I think that's about it. I will just quickly have a look if we have got any more comments here. Yeah, I think that will be it for today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this live stream. I'm not a YouTuber. I have some experience with doing this live stream because, as you know, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central European Time, 1 hour ago, that's what happened today. I do live shows, live lessons with my students, just to show how I teach, and to give a chance to people who can't afford English classes, or who don't want to pay for English classes. They can watch, get involved in the comments. Please, if you want to help my channel, why don't you give me a thumbs up? And yeah, that's it. That's all I have for you today. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and LinkedIn for more interesting videos. Thank you very much for watching, and good luck to Arsenal, I suppose. It can only get better now. It can't get any worse, can it? Yeah, we will talk about this a few months later. See how it all changes. Okay, guys. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.